Okay. I think I'm streaming now. Yes, I am.
Are you sure you're a streamer now?
Absolutely.
Are you a content creator?
I'm,
He's
I'm
content creating, alright. Content creating these nuts.
As long as he doesn't start being the next Logan Paul.
yeah.
No,
So
he's
so
going to be the next Mr. Dr. Disrespect.
so little
Damn!
so little faith of me. Fucking hell.
That was a really low blow.
Okay, good.
Trust me.
Share.
But I could see him as a new PewDiePie.
He's gonna fuck a share.
Just imagine him as Apo Red. It doesn't get better, does it?
Oh,
I mean, as long as he doesn't start being Gronk. While playing adventure games or open world games. Oh
okay.
boy.
All right. All right, guys. So,
Shit goes down
do we all remember where we left off?
In the Dark Ages.
now. I remember having an angry doggo
Yes.
and basically getting obliterated.
Mm-hmm.
And we had a fucking boss fight. Touching hands.
Yes.
And now we're back at the camp.
Anybody else wants to share in a little of their train of thought of what's going on?
I basically
That's
went
pretty much.
Nice car.
that
Absolutely.
bitten.
Yes, you got Bob.
Yeah, I had daddy bite me.
Is Beishi now turning into a worgen?
Nah. It's not transmittable anymore.
Yeah, being a Worgen is not a transmittable disease. Get with the times, old timer.
Jesus. You're the one that is sad, not being a worgen.
Listen, I'm very glad that I'm still just a Pandaren.
It's not an it's an STC.
True.
Okay, that's a good one. That's a really good one.
Oh man. Okay, so you guys got one more piece of the entity. If you didn't realize it. Lemming was using the head of the entity, and it more or less gave him like godly powers, like very, very powerful ones, to the point that he summoned a Void Lord. If you don't know about the Void Lords from the lore and so on, Void Lords are very big no-nos. They more or less become like a black hole in a sense. They absorb reality itself. They are seen as kind of like the harbingers of the end. Yes, you guys actually touched it thanks to the entity's energy, and it dissipated. You don't know if it actually dissipated, or you guys sent it somewhere else, but you did something. Mind you, I want to reiterate You don't know specifically what it did, but it did something. And it got you out of trouble. Yeah, you might have killed another reality. Just saying.
Well, that's a problem for future me.
That's the spirit. You're now becoming a full D&D person. But yes, once you guys came back into reality, or actually when you defeated the Void Lord, you guys were sent back into that weird, like, stair nightmare that Beishi very much hates. There,
You get ripped out of your normal life and be normal about it.
there, you guys met some kind of like vision of Pemmican, who is the son of the owner of Bacrasian Industries. And somebody who Fulan specifically is very close friends with. However, if you want, you can do a specific skill check to try and see if you actually also have any kind of connection with him.
Well, let's go. What do I roll?
You're gonna have to roll. Anybody else that is not Fulan, because Fulan already has like, contacts with them. And I guess Roll Tag technically also has some, but his like separate, his alternate ego does not. Or he doesn't know if he does. You're you're gonna have to roll for library search.
Not be under education.
Yes, that is an indication because you need to learn how to use a fucking like library.
You need to register your library card.
That's most likely going to be very, very bad for me.
I had a 7.
Okay, so Mallow, you don't really see too much of a connection with it because you pull out your agent and you start to browse through it. Like you're probably still shook up about it, but seeing the fox boy, you kind of think to yourself like, hey, there is something here. Why is he showing up? Why is this? Like, this is weird. Why is the son of Bacrasian Industries contacting me? You don't really come to too much of a like a realization. However, you, Beishi, you realize you actually had contact with this person previously. You went to some specific types of riots that he actually went to not save, but like come out on the aftermath and like try to triage the people that kind of got fucked up. Because you were actually what's the term? Like you were rioting against Bacrasian buying out a specific set of buildings that had a little bit of like personal contact with you. So you were like, hey, don't do this because surprise, surprise, what he wanted to do is to just fucking bulldoze the whole area, turn it into parking areas. So his father did that. The police or the cops that he has under his control came in and more or less just destroyed everybody. They fucking nightsticks up people's faces, fucking rubber bullets. It became a mess. There were a lot of hurt people. There were like a couple deaths. And after a while, you got mended by the Volterra Pemmican. He gave you his phone. He messaged you a few times. Mostly just making sure that you were okay. But of course, he has a very busy life and didn't really keep too much in touch. But you know a little bit of it. That you kind of know what he is all about. Roll tag. Roll tag. Do concentration. For you, it's concentration. Oh, fuck. So, Roltech, you're a bit too much concentrated on your Raid Shadow Legends gameplay. You're really close on getting your upgrade to Death Knight. He doesn't even have a name. His name is just Death Knight.
You know there existed to be named Death Knight and
Yes.
Ultimate Death Knight.
Yes. Which, by the way, roll a d10 and try to surpass your will, because you might have a feeling that now that you have full connection to the server, now you're seeing the cell on Ultimate Death Knight, and you feel that you need it. You really need it. You have to hold into your will, and you fail. There goes 40. But Falad, he's a legendary unit. Okay, did you remove the 40?
Yeah, let me go ahead.
By the way, you can take care of this. Like, you can have somebody from the body put a literal app that is parental control.
Slap his phone out of his hand.
You can also do that.
Okay. Hold on. No, I'm gonna reason with him. I'm gonna. Where is it? What should I? Social. Should I? Persuasion. Let's go. If I can stop him. Yes.
Okay, you're gonna have to roll persuasion to roll tag if you want to avoid that.
Okay.
Like, Beishi's trying to persuade you into not fucking, like, using Raid Shadow Legends anymore.
Just imagine your kids getting hungry because
It's in
they're
social.
playing Raid Shadow Legends.
Jesus fuck.
The Unitrons doesn't want you.
He gets insta permabanned because they think he's using a credit card scam.
Okay, no. So what happens is that Beishi reaches out for the phone and like starts to rationalize like how much money he's spending on the video game and everything. And Beishi starts to like tap around the phone. Like, you see, this is very bad for you. The fear of missing out is really consuming you. We're really worried about you. And while Beishi is like typing around, he actually like does something to your game, and it realizes that it's the wrong user, so they lock your account for like 4 sessions.
Well, at least you're just safe from spending more money.
I mean, you could buy a new phone, or like steal a new phone and get there to that. So there isn't a possibility.
Oh, poor roll tag.
It's a dick. And what about the upgrade? Okay, so yeah, I was going to also mention this after we all like kind of touch base and everything. Remember also when you guys kind of like ported in, you guys felt a presence, and as that person was Yasarg, or whatever the fuck you want to call it, a weird old god name. Fuck you,
Zarg.
Gasarg, the fucking Shah guy. Fuck you. It's
Siraj.
the Shah guy. Fuck him. That's all I'm gonna say. The weird
It's so
name.
funny that you can't pronounce that guy.
It's a weird name. That's it. That's
Siraj.
Flynn is gonna beat me about it.
You can just call him Yashart if you want.
The shard,
Shard.
the shard god.
Yashart.
You shard. Oh my god.
So you guys know that he is somewhere around here, and you know once the story began from a really long time ago, around the Third War, things have changed very, very heavily. Maybe he fully died. Maybe somebody revived him. Something's wrong. And you felt the presence here. You felt that he might be somewhere around. Maybe it's his heart. Maybe it's another body part of his. Maybe it's him. Or maybe they're just using the blood, like as Vlan had mentioned previously, Gahoon. There is a possibility. So, for everybody in this party, because you guys have beaten a boss, you guys gain a roll level. Yes.
Do you know what that means, baby?
You're getting Germa.
I'm getting Germa! It's Germing time! Fulan is going to be so fucking stoked when she reads that.
So basically, I can put it from rank 4 to 5 now.
Yes. You get I think you, depending on your role, you get like new things. And it's something that maybe next, like after the session, we can like all sort out, because a lot of the roles have like different thresholds on how to get things. I believe yours, Mallow, is the least like complicated one. You just get like one extra point to put somewhere. But
Yeah, I did.
Beishi gets like new contacts, new like paths that he can take to convince people, etc. Roll specifically can get like new upgrades for his car. Fulan, I think, gets a skill on something, and that you can get new drugs. So it's depending on the person, it might take a little bit more of setup.
Okay, for me, I already put a point into something.
Okay.
Yeah, I wanted to have a bit more threat detection.
Cool. Cool. Do you all want to do that now, or do you prefer that we keep going with the story?
Well,
Up to you all, by the way. I don't mind either way.
I'm just thinking about using maybe my current improvement points.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just not 100% sure which one yet. Where's the resource again? There it is.
Entirely up to you guys. But I just want to make that clear. I don't mind waiting a little bit more, or whatever. Just do whichever thing you prefer the most. The car is not going to be used for a little bit. I'll explain. Don't you worry. I did say, like before, that when you guys return, there's gonna be a big history, like time bomb in a sense. So when you guys ready, just say so, and we'll move on. You good with it, Beishi?
Yeah.
Okay, so we are all ready. So, do you guys want to go any specific area before anything else? Like you guys have been kind of flashbang into appearing here, so you have a little bit of time to like recoup your thoughts and go somewhere.
I'm sorry, I need to stop for a minute.
Yep.
The 5 minutes where I need to go
Okay.
are here. Just 5 minutes. Happened a bit earlier than I expected.
Mm-hmm. Detail. Give issue. Should have tested this. Fuck. Whatever.
I want to check on the chicken people. Taking care of them.
Sure. Okay. Oh, shows me as GM rolling on the other one. Crap. Oh well. Okay. Do you want to ask them anything specific?
I'm just saying that chickens are doing well.
All right. So, the chickens, they seem kind of healthy. You can do a little bit of a perception check, if you please, to make really sure that they're fine.
I
Yeah.
know all your sins.
Yeah,
What you have done.
they more or less are treating the chickens like queens. They're very well groomed. They're very well fed. You can see that they even one of them even has like a little bow, and the other one seems to have like a little bit of paint on the top of its head. Like they've been marked in a sense. And the orc kind of like goes like, "Hey, look, who's back? Your chickens are doing great. Little feather machines, haven't seen eggs this good since, well, ever. The night elf goes like, these cluckers are a blessing. Fresh eggs every morning, and they're fattening up nicely too. We've been eating like kings thanks to you. And the orc, oddly enough, goes like, you can see that he like goes horrified at the mention of eating the chickens. The
She's a dog.
the night elf shows off her fangs, kind of reminding everybody that supposedly night elves are like still almost feral animals in a sense compared to humans. Like they have fangs. They are very non-human-esque. I don't know if you've ever seen any kind of like proper art from the night elves, but they do have very sharp teeth. They will rip you apart. And
If I let them.
they do eat a lot of meat too, just like you, Beishi.
I eat kibble.
Not that kind of meat.
I also eat a lot of meat. Yeah.
Was there anything else you wanted to ask, do, or something? Any of you, by the way, like Flan and Voltec, if you want to do anything or like ask anybody. Which, by the way, here, you guys had a mission. The orc and the night elf do mention that they've been treating them almost like children for the group. That they've been safe kept in a non-radiated area. They, huh?
Nothing.
What's wrong? Those noises.
You know me, I make weird noises. It's gonna be more awful when you're over here.
Okay.
Okay, I'm back.
I'll come back.
Okay. So, you guys, you had a mission. I don't know if you remember from the old gnome here.
I remember he told us to get in the bunker and get him something. But
Yes.
I don't remember if he said what exactly to get.
Some information.
No, he's not a noblin.
No Noblin?
No noblin.
So,
He's not a knoll.
for you guys to rest, you guys are gonna need to find an area to rest at. Or should you just say that the heat seemed nice? Just letting you guys discuss that.
Also,
Hmm?
out of curiosity,
Yes.
um, which skill is it that lets me interact better with like computers, interfaces, and such?
There is one that is like electronic devices, I believe, or like tech, basic tech, maybe.
There's basic tech and electronic security tech.
It's because electronic and security tech is X2 because I believe it's more of like security devices. Basic tech might be like you're more of an engineer, which is kind of hard to discern, really. So I'm gonna have to read it up.
I'm probably more security tech because we could need someone that at least has a bit in that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, for the boss we didn't get any improvement points, right?
Yeah, you didn't. You already got the skill, so
Since it's currently level 0, I can put, if it's a times 2 skill, I can put 2 levels in it. That would be 120 points in total.
if you already had some left over, you can just go for it. So
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure it's right, as it's 1 time 40 and then 80.
mhm.
Okay. Then I'll do that. Oh, shit, sorry.
You fucked up.
Yes, I fucked up.
Everybody pointed laugh at him now.
Don't laugh at me. That's so mean. Okay, currently 60. Okay, well then, this is done.
You guys have any plan specific?
Yeah, still mad about that. Still mad.
I'm still surprised that the very first night market that you guys got, you actually rolled the exotic on top of exotic, which means like one of the weapons that I've personally made. And then I rolled for the weapons that I made, and it was that.
The rocket launcher.
I believe Beishi is actually seriously wounded. No, wait. Almost. Almost. You both are almost seriously wounded. I believe Malachi is the only one that didn't get, like, seriously wounded.
I was seriously wounded, then got fully healed, and now I'm at 26 HP.
Yeah. Roll
Yeah,
tag.
I did also get a big fat hit,
Mm-hmm.
but I got healed, and luckily I didn't get anything on myself in the last
Yep.
part.
Roll tag, like, red face, holding back, crying. No!
Also, he has an app for a pet fish in it, and now he can feed it.
No, he just...
He's locked out of Raid Shadow Legends.
Because the phone realized that it was another user on the phone. So it's like, oh, you're not supposed to share accounts. Sorry, pal. And they lock the account. And the withdrawals are hitting hard.
He's watching the trailers for the event that are dropping tomorrow. And he's going to have to grind overtime once his phone unlocks again.
Poor guy.
Just so he can
And he's
clean
just
out the
whimpering
event shop.
right now.
Okay. You guys can choose whichever of those options, by the way. I'm just making sure that everybody knows that you can do whichever.
TikTok brain rot.
That's a real disease.
I know. I have friends who are critically
I mean, us.
by it. No. You guys are relatively normal.
There was an ex-colleague of my last workplace. He always had an old phone. Then he got a newer one, and he finally could install TikTok.
Oh, God.
Holy shit! He was instantly hooked,
Oh, no.
and he was already over 55. So
I have no idea what he wanted again. I think information.
He wanted specifically some blueprints. However, you've kind of discovered a lot more than just blueprints.
Oh! Wait, didn't we get some blueprints? Yeah. We got the blueprints of the robots, didn't we?
Yes. And you also got the arm.
And the arm. Hey, Fulin, how's that arm doing?
Malachi, like, he has a flashback and it's just him with his mouth wide open, like, drooling.
he was most likely just looking around the shop.
Mouth agape, drooling.
Nah, not that. Just
Are you sure?
focused on something else. Yes.
Lenny's deceptively fast and stealthy.
That's the trick. You have to. Fulin always walks with confidence, so nobody questions her authority when she walks by. Nobody is like, she looks out of place. No, she has such a confident strut. Everybody's just like, yeah, she's supposed to be here.
You're not going to discuss that with anybody or her. She might like, kill you.
Mm.
Okay, so Kihu looks looks over. Kilu kind of looks over you guys, and mentions like that it's been like several days since you guys were gone, and that they completely thought that you might have been lost to the marsh, and is very glad to see that you guys are at least alive for now. You can see Miss Cost kind of like tinkering around with other things. He doesn't even like pay attention to you guys. He's just too absorbed into kind of, what's the term? Like he's the like deconstructing a weapon, like a rifle, from literally being whole to just pieces. And he's slowly changing pieces here and there, like reforming the whole rifle with trash shit that he has around the shop.
Also, do we ignore that Roderick is still outside of the shop?
He has been a reception
Of
of it.
his phone.
He has been a reception outside.
That will be a forever ongoing joke.
Okay. So the arm, you see that it kind of catches the attention of Kilo because he walks up to it and like kind of like grabs it. Of course, it's like wriggling and it's way too big for his size. However, Mizgost, the orc on the other side, makes some kind of noise and goes and like sprints to the arm and grabs it and just puts it down on the table. And there you can see that he like just removes all the duct tape with one screwdriver, just a screwdriver. He just like pries it open and starts to like dig into something. There you can see that Misgust plunges the screwdriver in one specific location and the arm just falls dead. Kilo just kind of like witnessed the whole thing. There's like, oh, you guys literally went into the vault and found one of the prototypes. With that, his face turns into like a wide grin and like looks over the arm, starts to look around. He kind of like turns the arm over. You see that he's like clicking at some of the buttons and other mechanics of the arm. Before mentioning that this is supposed to be something that wasn't even out in the market, not even within the Shadowpan ranks. This was old, really old. Something behind the or before the corporate war. It's very, very, very expensive for what they used to have around here.
And a pillow.
True, don't forget the pillow.
Pillow is important.
Body pillow?
in one of the interface books, there is a document for your arm that just like allows you to have a pillow for a nap at any time.
I mean, if it was a wooden pillow, I know a certain goblin who would love that.
So Kilu mentions that he didn't. He never worked with the Shadow Pad, specifically because they didn't want him there. They were very secretive about what they used to do in the marsh. They came in really late. The vaults, the bunkers, and so on were built way before they even came to the marsh, as you can imagine. And when they came in, they kind of like shoved a lot of the old Kirin Tor people to another location in the marsh. Not in a hostile way, but more bureaucratic. They forced everybody to shift around and like shift their labs and research departments to some other location.
And the orc.
Whenever you say that, Fulan, he just looks at you like you spoke Chinese, which you probably spoke, like probably Yasarg. It's kind of like the Pandaren name. He's like, huh? Beg your pardon?
Hold on, we need to get you a PR manager. I'll get you a chip for that. Your own personal assistant in your head, except for the voices. You're not doing a good job.
Kilius said, like, maybe we're all insane. It just depends on how fucking.
Back, Fulan! Down!
In the future, Fulan gets a will check against choking people randomly.
I think that is the point where she just goes into full
Summer psychosis.
cyberpsychosis. It's this fucking non-stop choking.
She gets to be Homer Simpson, choking everyone like Bart.
It is a mechanic for cyber psychosis, by the way. So, just so you know. So, Hilo does mention that he knew there were robots or something of that sort going on down there because he always saw, like, robot frames being shipped there. He used to think that it was just some kind of, like, service droids being made because of the Pandaren kind of are known for their robotics. They used to be one of the leading, like, what's the term, like, the leading brands. The Shadowpan specifically were the leading brands on robotics, and they kind of like stopped once Becration came into the picture because they kind of developed way more advanced AIs. They became far more like
The gnome or the orc that shut down the arm?
the orc. The orc was the one that shut down the arm. He shoved a screwdriver in one specific location that you guys probably could never figure out, and he just like plunged and did it. Like, just imagine that the orc has like 50 points in tech. Like, just by existing, tech works around him. More or less, yes. So, Beishi, Hilu tells you that Misgust is actually. He used to be a net runner, a very, very advanced net runner. Like, we're talking about somebody that used to hack into corporations steal data and never be found. But something happened, and something happened within his brain. His neural link did something, and it kind of like left him stunned forever. But his brain is always functioning at like 100, like 200%. So anything to do with tech, he is just like immortal with. He's able to dissect something just by looking at it and like instantly know what's happening to it. He's touched prototypes from like 5 continents away and instantly fixed them. I have no explanation for it. The phone is not it's not locked. It's the account of your Raid Shadow Legends game. As you talk about the fucking entity's head, you can see Kilu just like squinting towards you. Like, huh? What are you talking about? Silverhead? Are you okay? You look wounded. Do you?
Just for the wolf guy. The robots that we saw in inside the facility were run by human powered.
A few boob. um, Kilu does give you a little bit of a saddened look, saying that they don't really have any medical facilities around here. And there is barely any space already. Most of the loner base is mostly just for transient people. So you kind of need to find your own way. He can kind of point you towards an old residential area, but you'll need to still get there yourself. All right, for one.
Boy, I'm so full right now.
So full of pudding!
Nope.
Let's come.
True.
There we
I had some schnitzel
go. I have also had schnitzel.
and a bit of pasta salad and some mixed salad.
I just had mixed salad and pommes.
Freedom fries!
Not really freedom fries, but potato wedges more likely fried.
Mm.
Wedges. You stuff your cheeks full of them.
Interrogation, Nodge.
Yeah. You're gonna have to do a check. Yeah, also waiting for full name. It is pertinent to the story. So
Oh wait, I've got.
okay, are you there, Beishu? He did go, so we're gonna have to wait a little bit. I think he went to grab some tea or coffee.
Coffee tea.
Yes. There he comes.
Mouse back. I'm gonna roll now.
Okay. So
So what they plan to do with the blueprints? Because he's not gonna give them the blueprints to a robot powered by human AI.
oh, okay. So you more or less managed to get Kilo talking. You ask him like, "What are you intending for?" And he quickly mentions like he just wants to know what happened because he used to have a old friend that worked at that area, and after a few like days of the Shadowpan having moved there, he lost complete contact. They never explained anything. They never said what was being worked there. It was supposedly out of his reach in clearance, so he never knew what happened. Of course, now that you've mentioned that there was more to do about the robots and the Soul Reaper thing, now he knows that there was foul play, to say the least. However, he doesn't know what Soul Reaper thing is. Soul Killer. That the news haven't been broken out. What that means. Drinking a little bit of water. He also mentioned that once he knows what's going on, what happened, what what went down, and everything down below. He will more or less report this to the Kirin Tor, or at least like a media source to kind of expose what happened in the marsh. Because once the bombs dropped, and he specifically makes mentions of the bombs dropping, everybody kind of like forgot that the marsh was supposed to be a Kirin Tor like base. They kind of swept it under the rug and just forgot. This is just a desolate area. The Kirin Tor and the Shadowpan were never here. Don't go inside. Don't take out from within. Just forget about the marsh. Nobody wants to know. So there is, as he mentioned, there is foul play here. Of course, he takes the blueprint, and you can see that he saves it somewhere safe within a locked chest. Even if you just give him like a little data shard, he just saves it there. Probably out of habit, really. Oop. Okay. Yep. Okay, darling.
Raid Shadow Legends Act Break.
I could probably make.
Whenever it's Dolly's turn, it's Raid Shadow Legends Act Break. He's watching the ads for free coins.
True. Promise
And then he
now.
gets spam calls.
Promise that now he is locked out of the account for a few days, so he's really mad about it.
He'll survive.
He can buy a new account. Promise it's gonna cost him money.
Can either buy a new account, or I don't know. Start realizing that it's not that important.
You're saying that about an addict. I don't think they get to think that.
You know what could be worse than him being addicted to Raid Shadow Legends?
What?
Him being addicted to VR chat all the time.
True.
That'd be funny at least.
And then in the middle of a fight, he just runs around while being in his VR chat. Or Roltex starts doing things like this in Snapchat.
Oh gosh.
The reaction is priceless. He was like, huh?
Okay, welcome back. Oh god, this is loud. The fuck?
Huh?
So I have some music in the background and it was way too loud. Okay. So. So. Kilu tells you that he would never do that. Even that he has lived far too long seeing what corporations have done, he is just done with it. He will just break the news and hope that something goes out of that. And probably just try to throw a wrench somewhere. Even if he doesn't do much, at least he attempted. That's the whole thing that has been keeping him alive since now. At least he tried. Even if it didn't work, at least he tried. And you see Miss Ghost kind of like gives you gives you like a thumbs up from the side. However, Kilu tells you that the arm is probably not going to work how you want it. You're going to need a very highly advanced netrunner to actually make it work. Because Miskos turned it off. The problem is that now it has a DRM. So if you try to plug it on, it's not going to be happy. It's probably going to even mark you for that, for the Shadowpan, for having stolen their pretty much like prototype system that is not supposed to be outside in the world.
I think that's the least of our issues.
I mean, you don't want to be seen by the Shadowpan in a bad light. Or at least a big bad light. Because just imagine you put it on and it more or less triggers like a lot of alarms somebody in the HQ of the Shadowpan, and now you have like 50 fucking elite assassins after you because you stole something that you very much are not supposed to have. And yes, that is the sad reality. That DRM is ruining everything.
And I mean, what Fulan just told him is also, shouldn't say that to people all the time.
He's recycling, okay? Oh, true, upcycling. Okay. So, what do you guys want to do? Want to keep questioning old Kilu? Ask for something else? Go somewhere specifically?
One day, Fulan has like 4 arms sticking out of her back, all just stolen from other people.
Very much.
She's gonna cosplay as Shiba.
So Kilu pulls out a little like cloth map. It's really old, very weathered. It has like a few gashes here and there. It's probably got like some piss stains somewhere from how old it is. And he points at one location that is a good few kilometers away from where you guys are. But he mentions that there is a bunch of like free safe zones around there where the radiation, the anomalies, and everything don't seem to really like come around. They just seem to be avoiding that area. Nobody knows why, but a lot of the bandits and the other like factions that kind of live in the area have used those areas as kind of like staging points because you don't die instantly. by just accidentally stepping into an anomaly. So you might be able to find a home there, or at least something that kind of resembles a home, because a lot of the areas have been more or less dilapidated. There is a lot of areas that have fallen down to disrepair, and you you could probably find at least some place with 4 walls and a ceiling. So try your luck. The car is really far away. Like you couldn't go inside the marsh with the car. That's why you guys got the guide, the weep goblin that kind of ate shit.
Rolltech needs a hovercraft.
The weep. That's too good.
I mean, if he already has a boat, he could have brought it into the marsh.
There are some areas that you could access, but not all of them.
And you said something about rolling luck?
No, no, you could try your luck. He's saying like he doesn't know if there is like actual like proper standing houses anymore, given that it's been a while, and more or less the place is just derelict. Like it's just been a mess. So most people just kind of camp outside in the middle of nowhere. But you kind of need a little bit of extra protection because yours are kind of fucked up.
Just kind of fucked up.
Yes. Yep. You guys need anything? Want to say anything else? Ask. Hmm?
this request.
You know what? Oh fuck. Len? Roll a a 1d10, please. You motherfucker. Roll it again. Okay. So he actually has the oh wait, no, I fucking confused. He has two like I think you said fangs for some fucking reason. I was thinking like if you have acid fangs, but no, you meant the fucking rockets. No, not yet, not yet. So he pulls out. Let me see. Oh god, there's so many. I have to. Um, roll a 1d. 1d14. Or well, I could just do it myself. So. Huh? Oh, there we go. So that's 2. Okay. How do I even fucking explain this?
Okay, what does he have? Don't tell me he has those flags as nuclear.
No. I got confused. He doesn't have the flags. He has cyberware. There is not even a fucking explanation for this fucking thing. Yeah, I heard fangs. So he pulls out a bag, or more or less a like case. In the case, you can see the picture of a baby face circle around with a red like symbol with a cross in the middle of it. And
For babies.
he mentioned like I have this, which is a contraceptive implant, makes you not get people pregnant. That's that's what's I roll.
Okay.
Is Full even still fertile? He's undead.
You need contraceptives.
Don't worry about that.
She's probably only fertile to some mushrooms.
I guess. Um. Okay. He goes like, oh well, guess not everybody needs to not spread their spawn around the world anymore. He puts it back. However, he still like looks around the shop. Like pulls out another like big case, and he slowly pulls out another one. This one looks a little bit more like high tech, and it shows the icon of the Korean Tor on the front of the bag of the case. Even. He opens it, and slowly he reveals that it's a radar detector.
Cyber dick. Oh my god. Fulan is getting rule 34'd.
Oh god. No, it's a radar detector. It's for the cyber audio implants of somebody.
I mean, would be helpful.
Beishi has that. Beishi has a cyber audio.
It's my feet finder.
No. The feed finder is different.
I'm getting something to drink for a second.
Mm-hmm. The radar is more the radar detector, as the rules say, beeps if active radar beams is within 100 meters. So it more or less just like alerts you that there is a radar, that you might be like being picked up by a radar.
Do you mean a bug detector?
No, different. Bug detector is if something is bugged, in a sense, like for example, a something that is like tapping into a wire of a phone, or like a phone line, or maybe a net connection or something is tapped. With the bug detector, you can actually detect the hardware installations of those. With the radar detector, it more or less alerts you that you're being picked up by a radar. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Cool. Do you want it, maybe? Anybody wants it? You're kind of the only one with the audio, the cyber audio system.
I guess it couldn't be hard.
He mentions that he'll give it to you for 100. And yes, installing it will kind of hurt.
Okay. What did I miss?
Nothing. Beishi is trying to buy the thing for himself.
Oh. Do we see him haggling now?
No, I'm not gonna haggle the overtimers.
So you're buying it for 100.
Yeah.
Okay. Take it away, and you can add it to your character sheet. Once you guys are protected, like your guys are actually like safe from things, you can actually have Fulan install the radar detector because she's a mythic.
You're a mythic?
No, med tech.
Polaris Medic Plus.
Yes. Anyways, you guys want to go? Ask something else?
Jeremy, well, I always help you fix your shields, Fulan, so we call it easy, huh? Don't make it hurt to me.
Kilo just mentions that he just like used to scavenge for tech in the docks not too far from here, and sometimes the ships were usually raided by the Illidari that kind of like pollute the area. So apparently one of them had like contraceptive, like Mr. Stud implants and all of those things, and they just washed up ashore. So you never know if you ever need anything like this. So I just kept some of them. He is like 90 years old. Fuck did you expect?
Listen, as long as one sperm cell is alive in them balls, it'll work.
Malo, no. No. Away from choking range.
We need to get her go-go gadget extendo arms.
Go gadget Joker.
The grappling hook in her arm, so she can just fucking impale enemies and pull them towards her. Get over here!
Technically, you could say that it is that. Okay, so you guys want to go find
Is the very
home.
heavy melee weapon.
You guys want to find the home, right?
We wanna
Yes.
Okay. So here's what's gonna happen.
we all gonna die.
Hold on. Whoop. So this is
Drag Rolltech with us.
you guys are more or less going to need to do a few like skill checks, because first you need to do survival. Well, tracking. There is a specific one, tracking, to find the area. It's specific. Because as you might imagine, the landscape of this place has been like completely fucked.
Golden is survive. Or is it a technique?
Yes, it's over there. Location. Awareness, right. Yes. Jesus Christ.
She's just like, can't you guys read the signs?
Oh.
Damn.
Dali is in his element, Rotak is in his the wild.
Pretty much.
Both of them can just sniff out. Like a dog.
Rotak is losing all of his learned survival abilities and replacing them with phonap.
Very much. He knows because he goes to fish there.
He senses fish, it tingles in his fingers.
Did he maybe use Fish Finder?
Yes. Tinder.
Finder?
Tinder for fishes. Okay. So you guys find the area, or at least a path that could lead you guys towards the home. And luckily, because of your tracking, you actually managed to slowly like carve away through areas that are marked in the map as like very dangerous, like nests of mutated beasts, bandit camps, military camps, and even some of the Shadowpan like outposts. You managed to actually avoid them. However, the area that you traversed was still very heavily radiated, so everybody's gonna have to do the endurance check, the resist torture and drugs one.
But not for me, right?
Yeah, you pretty much just pass it because of your armor.
Fuck yeah. But I'm poor because of that.
Yep. So you all pass it. You don't gather any radiation. Okay. Everybody roll a d10. Okay, nobody found anything. Let's see. So what we're gonna do?
Everybody do the Macarena.
Yes, absolutely. Is that the one? No. I have a whole bunch of maps, so. Uh, okay. Bum. Okay.
Is that your music in the background?
Yes.
Destroy. I'm just kidding.
So, you guys managed to find a moderately okay home. There's still some places that are very much just fucked. Like there's a lot of spots that are just destroyed. There is locations that just seem to be just broken. But it seems to be standing. You guys not see?
Everything is black. Yes.
Fuck. Hold on.
It's blacker than black.
So, are you for real?
Yes.
The whole
No, it's just it's an update.
I can't believe that you put porn in the game.
Do you guys see it now?
Yes, I see my character's.
Okay, the fucking thing didn't update for some reason. Whatever. Did your thing update? Yes. Wait, you guys don't have the... Yeah, you guys don't have the extended light. So...
Yeah, just give it to us manually. Come on, do it.
Because I don't know if I can change it here. No.
So you guys are using your flashlights, right?
Yeah.
So...
It is so dark in here.
Oh my kitty.
We are down at the swamp.
Okay. So, bright light. For some reason, your tokens didn't have that. Even though I specifically said that you guys had it. But whatever.
Oh, now we see a bit more.
Yeah. So, as mentioned, you guys find a home. However, you don't know if it's like filled to the brim with mutants. You just see from outside that the home is not completely destroyed. Yeah? How do you guys want to progress with it?
Oh, you know what's really good about this application?
Hmm?
Usually when I press Alt and E to change my view, it always does something with my browser window. It always changes a little. And it doesn't do that here. So that works more smoothly.
Nice.
Kids are escaping.
What's escaping?
The titties.
Huh?
Nothing.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm sorry, I'm doing something while also
It's,
everybody's here.
I,
I'm dealing with some very weird bugs because of mods.
Also, are the windows barricaded?
yes. Those ones are.
I'm just gonna try the front door. Hello? Would anyone like some tea?
Now the question is this a window or a wall? Because it looks more like a wall.
Nobody answers, by the way. Even if you scream, you do things or whatever, it doesn't seem to do much. You guys are not seeing Jerma. Just trying to fix this. Hold on, I'm just. It's because I'm looking at my stream, and it seems like if without a token, I cannot actually see on that other screen. It's really annoying. So if you guys could wait just a moment. Uh, um, so details. Can I not make it? So you guys are gonna have to ignore Germa, okay?
Germer.
Yes, Goblin Germa is over there.
He is here. No, Germa. Germa, watch out, you're going into the depths.
So I'm kind of like checking out the way that this works. It's just that I'm trying to figure out a way that I could put a token with vision. Because I can only put it with the control to buy. Which is very annoying. So. Beishi, your control is going to be
Revoked.
for a moment.
Oh. Now you can do whatever you want.
Wait, no, I can't. Fuck. Because it's determined by the character setting. Um,
Where is the tech guy when you need him?
you know what? I have a funny idea. Ignore the plant. Ignore the plant.
I can't ignore the plan.
It's like that fucking bit of Venture Brothers. Ignore me!
You're just pulling a Dark Souls 2 on us, huh? Like that one of Vader and Ilion noise.
Yes. Anyway,
Obviously mimics
yes.
and just starts following you whenever you're not facing him.
So you guys more or less notice that the home seems to be kind of empty. Right? It's very disheveled, there is a lot of rooms, and there is a bunch of areas that have like empty holes that you guys will probably have to patch up to actually be able to survive inside. You know? There's a lot of work that needs to be done for this place to become survivable. So, for that, you're gonna have to do some rolls and like find things. You're gonna have to do survival. Why, you might ask? Because I want you guys to use your wit to find like pieces of wood, concrete, and so on to put in the holes that the home has. How to like wall up the place so it doesn't become easily accessible by mutants, and more or less just know what to fix and what to leave behind because it doesn't matter. So whoever wishes to take care of the place has to roll for survival.
Let's go, baby. Survival of the fittest.
Damn, you rolled really high.
I mean, more than one person can help, right?
Yep. And you rolled really low. What the fuck?
Listen, I have a fucking 7 in
How-
survival.
How the fuck? Like, Darlie, how the fuck did you roll less than Fulan? And you had way more in your skill.
6 plus 5 plus 0. 0 plus 1.
I'm, my head is exploding right now. What the fuck is this?
He was still mourning Rachel Legend.
True. The demon of the depression from being able to get the legendary Super Death Knight.
Jesus.
You can see Mallow, like that one picture of Patrick sitting down with a fucking table stapled to his forehead.
But I do see a grill in here. We can grill something.
The fucking Germans got access to the grill. Everybody evacuate.
Wow.
Am I fucking wrong?
Why?
You're gonna start like
It's not
preparing.
a gas grill.
Okay. Okay. So we're gonna have you, Glenn, do a few more checks for wilderness survival. Because you're gonna go outside and you're gonna have to also do your resist torture and drugs. Because what's gonna happen is that you're more or less going out to find different pieces of like wood, lumber, bricks, anything that you could use to actually like tape down a lot of the areas that are like unprotected.
Can I roll for perception to look for tools here in the garage?
Yes.
Then I shall do.
Okay. Yeah. You find some basic
Forgot
tools.
where I belong, to the kitchen.
You find some basic tools like you could say that it's the equivalent to a tech tool.
I'm just gonna see what I can scavenge.
The more like specific tools are rusted, so you don't really get anything else from that. Yeah, you could do that, Milan. However, whenever you start the next like combat, you'll have used your ghoul already, so you'll have to roll instead of getting a free summon.
Let's see if I can. Can I even make food?
I'm gonna look it up.
Ow! Ah!
What happened?
My neck. Did you
Oh.
not?
You know what? We heard that.
Oh, really? Was that loud?
Yes.
Oh,
Okay, so Philan, you're gonna have to
Holy shit.
either perception or wilderness survival.
Try the other. Okay.
You more or less just see like piles of decaying trash at first, so it just seems kind of disgusting.
Yes.
This garbage is made of garbage.
You're telling me a shrimp
It's
this way?
garbage day.
Roll a d10. Roll tech. Damn, you actually find water. Like running water. And even when you turn the sink, like lever or whatever the fuck it's called, I can't remember the term. You find that it's actually the faucet, like the faucet levers. When you do that, it actually shows that it has different temperatures. You can find warm water, cold water. It's actually really nice comparatively.
I want to test it in the bathroom. Maybe we can get a shower. Oh, now I know what you meant.
Ignore me!
Shall I roll for luck?
No, the water works.
You still
Oh,
haven't
okay.
told me if I can. What do I roll for?
Do perception too. Wait, no. What did you say? Sorry.
Well, I'm first of all, I'm gonna look around if there's anything useful in the kitchen.
Okay. You don't really find too many things. At most, you find some very rusted, like, pieces of cookware. And for youthful and also perception. Oop. Damn. So, besides what Mallow found, you actually find some old pallets. You find also a couple like drums of oil that are empty. Somebody already probably stole the oil. And a lot of tires, as indicated by the map. A lot of tires.
Okay. Can I take a look in this room here?
Yeah.
I mean, could be some furniture to blockade something.
Mm-hmm.
Then I do this.
So you find two strewn around wardrobes. They're very wide and sturdy. Okay. So Fulan, if you try to go upstairs, you actually find that the upstairs is blocked off. It's kind of like collapsed. It's mostly because I didn't have a second floor map. Yeah, just keep doing your perception stuff and such.
Well, then I look in this corner.
Yep. So over there, you're gonna find a bunch of old like magazines, and funnily enough, you find 2 packs of kibble that are still in date.
Mine.
Just 2 of them. Fucking loot goblin. Okay, so yeah, Fulan, you can actually see that the table is sturdy enough that it can actually be used. So that was a very good call. You can actually like flip around the table and use it to block out sight from outside.
Let me see what I can find here. Oh,
Where are you right now?
the southern bedroom.
Okay. So over there, you're mostly going to find like many like lines of clothes and like blankets and very dirty like sheets and such. Also, Beishi, did you want something?
Mm,
You didn't say anything else, so I was wondering.
no, you seem radioactive.
Are you okay?
Yeah, sorry. Roltech is in the kitchen now. He's here with me. So I'm gonna see if I can prepare something to eat for the others.
Okay, so there is technically no specific skill for that.
Mm-hmm.
However, however, there is a specific line in the rulebook which mentions that cooking things in this day and age is considered an art because most people, as you guys are well aware, eat from kibble or like prepackaged things and such. So you more or less need to use any kind of like composing or like artful skill to make that type of thing.
Mm,
Does that make sense to you?
yes. Just gonna use paint, white, and scope. Yes, no.
Yes. That is the one that you're gonna have to use.
Well, I could also probably roll education. Or yeah, I guess let's paint, draw, and sculpt. Let's see what I can do. 14.
That is a okay roll. It's not the best of the best, but it's mostly an everyday check.
I'm just
So,
trying to make everybody just some instant noodle and ramen.
more or less, that's what you're gonna be making. However, what happens is that you could go and hunt.
Yes, let the person with no combat experience
Say,
hunt.
you could send somebody from the party to hunt. As Roltech had said,
It's you.
Roltech had said that you could technically have somebody staying up while the others rest. So that decision comes to you guys. You guys have now gotten the materials to defend the home and make it not just instantly be like chased down all the time or like somebody's just going to break in all the time.
All the time.
If that makes sense. You know?
That makes sense. Roltech is onto his next addiction. It just won't stop.
Isn't Roltech also still wounded?
No. I think he is mostly just slightly scratched. The only two that are hurt really bad are you, no, Fulan and Beishi, because they were the ones that were close quarters.
officially the end.
Yeah, yeah. So, you guys, what do you guys want to do? Because you guys only have 2 packs of kibble. One of them, which Malachi already hoarded, like a loot goblin. To land, you still need sustenance. I'm just saying.
Well, I did specify that I was making a meal for everybody, so there's that.
Somebody's going to need to go outside and hunt for Beishi to cook something.
Who's gotta eat?
Who wants to do it?
Who wants to get their heads bloody? No.
Is there
To be fair,
anywhere?
none of us are human. It wouldn't be cannibalism.
Is there anywhere like what?
Is there anywhere Roltec could go fishing?
Yes.
Do you want the double-headed fish this year?
I mean, double the heads, double the food?
It's going to be a Carlfish moment.
Yes, there is rivers. There are some docks, just so you know. So you have access to water.
So I know, hunting would be wild and a survival, right?
Yes, yes.
No.
Gingivitis.
He doesn't even like tell it to anybody. He just leaves. Okay, so Rotac, you're gonna give me a 1d6. Okay? No, just 1d6, not 1d6. I think that might have fucked it up. There we go.
It brings back a full crocodile.
So, you caught 5 fish. You found a small, like, river outside. Was probably just nowhere specific. Just some kind of, like, small river that goes down. And in that specific river, you notice that there were a lot of fishes that were just kind of living their own life because there's no predators that actually hunt. The wildlife has kind of evolved into being on the land. It's where most of the food for the big animals live. So now, because of you pretty much are made for fishing. So I'm not even gonna make you roll for fishing. Honestly, you would find a way to fish anyway. There's an actual rule in the Cyberpunk Red book that if you have a high enough of a skill, you don't even like need to roll. You passively already clear it. And you specifically roll tag. Like whenever you fish or you're dry, you just passively do a lot of those things. Only when it's very, very high level stuff is when you actually need to roll. So you managed to grab 5 fishes. Now if you want to give it a little bit more flavor or like flair of what you actually caught, be my guest. But you caught 5.
He does have a skill. It's a special skill called Captain Igloo. He will always have fish
He
sticks
is
ready.
Captain Igloo's worst nemesis.
What the fuck is Captain Eagle?
It's a German fish brand.
Oh.
Mostly selling fish sticks
Oh.
in different varieties. It's like the Pringles guy.
Okay. In the meantime, while you guys more or less like started to prepare everything, you got the home like ready, everything seemed to be fine. You got a call on your phone. This is for everybody. Somebody that you know that is close to you is calling your phone. Do you take it?
Yes.
Hello?
Hello? You gonna take me? You gonna make me take damage? Huh?
I want to,
I know.
but no. You hear a familiar voice. For you, Beishi, you don't really notice the voice too much. Neither you roll tech. But for Len, you also picked up the phone. You hear it's Ching, Krenzing's wife.
Oh.
She is freaking the fuck out, screaming, throwing things around, and you can hear that she is more or less like panicking about something. After you guys try to like get across, you're trying to contact Ching on what the fuck is going on. He mentions that Krenzing, when diving, diving in the context of a net runner means that they went into the deep net. You know, the whole chair thing that they get connected on the back of the head.
Yeah.
That's deep diving. Well, he went there apparently, and she mentions that something attacked him inside there, and it's like fried. He's not dead. He's in a coma now, and most of the people around are not helping. They seem to be scared of helping with this. They don't know what to do. Do you know anybody that has anything? Because she has tried to contact Ronza, she's not picking up. She's tried to contact 40, he's not picking up. He tried to contact some of the people from the animals, they're not picking up. Something's going on. So if you don't know, Prime in the Netrunner world, in a sense, it's they have a skill called Sap, and what it does is that it kind of like overloads the enemy Netrunners like neural system, and it pretty much just like overheats your brain, and you can actually like die from it. So if you know a little bit, or if you've heard a little bit about Netrunner, your character would know like that might be a bit where the shots are going. So Fulan, when you mention that you killed Lemming, Ching mentions that yes, she knows that you guys kind of entered into combat with Lemming, but and then she quiets down. and says that he went for him. That Krenzing went to kill Lemming or look for something. He had access to something, and apparently Lemming caught him midway and used one of the net running programs to fry him. Because there is no other explanation. Nobody else was on Krenzing's tail. She mentions that everybody barely even knew that they existed. So it had to be that old guy. In a sense, yes. In reality, not really. I'd have to fucking give you an explanation about how that would work. But just imagine that he used a firewall, and the firewall kind of triggered a defense, and the defense kind of fried Krenzing.
I mean, you don't need to explain it to me because
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah, I'm
on of Ghost in the Shell.
kind of still for everybody else because we have people who have never seen those types of things, so I kind of want to give a little bit of a broad stroke so everybody kind of is in the same page. Your character might not know that, but just you as a player, you should know of the concept.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, you'll be lost, and you'll just not know anything. And I don't want that to happen to you guys. So Queen, of course, she's not Nail Runner, so she doesn't really know too much of why or how, but she knows just by talking with her husband. He had mentioned that those are things that happen. People have like firewalls, they have programs that kind of like attack net runners that get close, or even just like the other net runner is just present and like attacks them. So they need like support to actually defend against other net runners. It kind of becomes like a battlefield, but on the net. And it seems that Krenzing was hit really hard. He still has a pulse. He still processes food apparently, but he's not talking. He's kind of like in a coma, very low, like brain activity. He's in life support, and she is, of course, freaking out about it. She is asking you, however, do you know anybody else in your group or anybody else in this world that could aid in this?
Do you know anybody?
I mean, there is one in my mind, but
Yes.
do we still have a way to contact him?
Who?
Well, the Nord Yar Sherard guy.
Chunzo. Or who?
Was it Junzo?
Like who?
With the nickname Shah of Violence.
Oh, Quill. You don't have his name, well, or his address or number. Yes, the twig that stole Lan's girlfriend. You technically don't have their number, so can't really help with that. However,
That's bad, because I could imagine he could maybe help.
Hmm?
Wait. Wasn't my... wasn't Kyung
Mm-hmm.
Netrunner?
Pardon?
Was he a Netrunner or what did you make him?
No, he's not a net runner.
Okay.
Oh.
What about the
What?
what about the girl that we saved? The robot.
The robot? You mean the Vulpera?
Mhm.
Lara Knox. She is a medtech, a robotics expert. Kind of different field.
Then I have just one more idea.
Mm-hmm.
How about the orc?
Which orc?
The one with the highly intelligence about technical stuff.
Could
That
try.
doesn't really speak anymore.
However, he used to be a net runner, but
Not
he,
anymore.
he doesn't seem to be too keen on net running anymore. I said he's a tech saban, tech, not net.
Hmm. Otherwise, I don't have an idea.
Roll tech.
What about 181 caller Netrunner?
You want to try and contact? Oh, it doesn't seem to be that your Discord is working. We didn't hear you if you talked. Yeah.
Caller.
Yeah. You guys want to try and call her?
I think Beishi should try. Because he probably has the highest chance to get her to helping.
Probably. Do we have a contact? Who has Rotek as a contact, right?
No, all of you have it very much.
Oh, okay. Well,
So you're gonna call her.
grasping straws.
Okay. All right. So, caller takes a few minutes on picking up the phone. Like you can try calling first, and then it doesn't seem to be picking up. The next time, however, almost at the very end, when the phone is going to stop ringing, she finally picks up the phone, and you can hear that she is winded. Like she's been running, and she's probably still running as you hear wind pass by. She more or less asks you, like, "Hey, was this what you want? What's up? What's up?" She sounds really nervous. So Color is going like, yeah, everything's fine, you know, it's just everyday life, and then suddenly you start hearing gunshots, like really close ones, and you can hear from the phone that she's like jumping around, rolling around on the floor, taking like cover below places, just running from something. Like, what do you need? What do you need? Nobody else wants to add anything? It's kind of like speaking with your phone in speaker mode, you know?
Yeah. But nah. Malachi is keeping quiet.
You don't like the internet, Flun? You know what the internet's for, right?
Internet for
God, I still remember that fucking stupid video of Osborne. Christ. God.
Look at my horse.
No, the internet is for porn video.
Oh, yeah, that was also good.
So,
Rufflebow.
true. Color is in the middle of a gunfight, and you can hear from her phone that she is firing back and screaming, "You motherfuckers in white, black and white! I'm gonna fucking roast you!" And you can hear that she's like throwing fucking grenades. You can hear the ping like. Ping! That throws grenades. You can hear that she's like getting winded just by like flinging 50 fucking grenades. The shotguns, fucking machine guns. She's at like some kind of holdout and like making a huge mess. And she mentions like, "What? Can you repeat?" She now is kind of like screams back at the phone. Like, "I'm sorry, I'm in the middle of something. Some fucking assholes took the diner. They've been taking part of all of the town. They're buying every single place, and there's nowhere left. Like, I thought I had the deed and everything. I had the money, and they just took it. They just kicked me out, and now I'm fucking running away with my goods and trying to find this proper space." And she's clearly very, very upset and still fighting. You can hear that even some gunshots are kind of landing really close to the phone. She mentions, however, that she does know some gun netrunners, but they are kind of neutral, but not too neutral, in the sense that they more or less just work for themselves. Do you know anything about the Hoop Squad?
You guys, I need to do a perception or
Concentration. You're gonna need concentration because you met them before. Okay. So you do remember who the Hoof Squad is. Do you remember the big Tauren lady?
yeah.
That's them. You're gonna be, if you want a very good netrunner, you're gonna have to work with them.
Ulan needs to put more points into her charm ability.
Color midway through getting shot, you can hear that she is whining about a fucking gunshot to the shoulder. That yes, you kind of need to work with them because they are the ones that have the both the tech, the hardware, the software, and the skill to actually do anything to do like anything with the net. Most of the other net runners of the city have already fucking fled because, as she has mentioned, one of the corporations has started to just buy up all of Ogrimmar, or Neo-Ogrimmar, if you will. It's kind of been happening for a few days, or actually no, she stops and goes like, no, actually, this happened since 3 months ago. They've been going really hard, but now they're actually really mad and they're starting to buy everything. Most of the fixer network has just stopped working because there is no safe place. Of course, during those last few words, he gets shot again. Thankfully, it's not mortal or like heavily wounding. It's mostly just near the shoulder. Oops. Anything else you want to ask, Beishi? He's like, whatever, pal. And you can hear the shit starts to just retard with like a fucking heavy machine gun just like mowing down some people. And quickly, of course, you find that she has given you the context directly to your phone. It's mostly directed at somebody called Fitzsassel. It's not Temmie, it's Fitzsassel. If you want to know, Fitzsassel is the second in command, technically the owner, but the leader is Temmie. Of course, Collar shuts down the call and just keeps on fighting. Who knows? Maybe she'll live.
I'm just imagining a small little goblin and a fucking giant machine gun.
Yeah, pretty much. Like that's what she's going through right now.
How can she even stand with that thing firing?
And maybe she's like she has like a bone lens. Anyway, anything else you guys want?
We're gonna call the contact.
Right away. You're contacting them right away.
Right away, we're gonna save Krenzik. Mushy mushy, eat Jesus this week.
If you do that, I'm fucking killing you instantly. I'm smiting you. Like making a fucking lightning bolt just appear, like instantly obliterate you in the spot.
Can't kill me in any way that matters.
Like, all that is left behind is like a scorch mark on the floor. So you guys want to stop now, like rest and consider that like you guys have more or less just stopped for the day before actually getting the calls done and such.
Mm,
What's the opinion of the group? I can go for longer. It's more or less what you guys want.
It's probably getting a bit too warm for me.
Mm-hmm. All right. So we can stop for now.
And if I put the ventilator on like overdrive, you guys gonna hear it all the time.
You mean like mine?
Probably worse than yours. Because when I put it on 5, it's really hefty.
All right. So everybody is at the level that we are. Everybody knows everything. Any opinions? Any thoughts? Before we leave, of course.
will Collis be okay?
Yes.
Well, she
Looking after
survived.
Bomber, sure.
She survived a bio attack from Rolltech, so I'm sure she will survive. He basically set a bomb right next to her.
A blight bomb in the Mother Age.
I've trained her for his bomb. Oh, nice.
Okay. So next time we'll have you guys rested and move on with everything. You guys will have
Roll abilities leveled up.
you guys can like touch up your character sheets to modify your role ability. If you need help with it, you can just contact me and we'll get it sorted. On top of that, next session I will be giving you guys kind of the keys to the campaign, in the sense that now you guys have two choices. You can leave the zone, or you can stay in the zone. Because, as you remember, there is a threat of the Shah kind of being here, an old god, and so on. You also have the Chunzo and the Shadowpan. The Kirintor also, they have like shady secrets around here. Shit that he's solving. However, there's also that thing with cleansing, and also there's something going on in the city. You guys might not be aware right now. So you guys have a choice of where to go and where to stride the story towards. Make sense? Everybody okay with that decision? Okay.
Also, I need to show you what roll tag dropped near Collar. You probably remember that quest.
Yes. See ya.
See ya. Have fun.
Oh God. All right. All right. Yeah.
Smell you next time. Or
Same.
probably somewhere tomorrow.